hit the button. Hit the button. Did I hit it?
Yeah. You're not good at this.
Is it good?
Yeah,
you're
good.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're
good.
good.
Are we live? Have we started the broadcast? All right, we're good. We're live.
We're 3 hours from kickoff, and I think Tank's somehow already in the bag.
Look, I can't hear anything. I don't know. I don't have any cues. This is I'm a little out of my element. All right, we are here at what is happening right now?
Stop looking at the screen.
All right, sorry about that.
You let me handle the screen. All right, you just talk. All right,
the Sportsocracy is live with the Engles Living the Dream Tour. We are on the road once again, and we are here at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. College Football Playoff time, Texas and Arizona State. We have Ingles Markets right beside us. We'll be showing you some lovely food that they've been
they're over here cooking. They're doing the Lord's work. We got a generator going. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tank has whined about how cold it is since we got here.
It's chilly. Look,
I'm wearing shorts, and
not,
you're bitching wearing gloves.
Dude, we've already established that you have so much poison in your body that you are impervious to the pains that the others of us of society have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. You call it built different. I call it you're crazy.
Built different.
It is a little chilly out here. The ladies will attest to that. Our lovely wives have made the trip with us. We made a weekend out of this thing, sort of a separate couples kind of trip. You guys spent the new year in Anderson, South Carolina last night. Me and the wife drove to Tallapoosa, Georgia, for the possum drop.
You dropped if there's anything that explains better the dynamic between the two of us, my wife and I went on a rooftop bar to celebrate the new year, and you dropped a possum.
We went redneck revelry. We decided we had to find out what that was all about. Apparently, USA Today, there was some kind of poll that said that was like the 8th most popular New Year's Eve celebration in the country, so we decided we had to check it out. And I'll be honest with you, it was for the Asheville crew. It was like, I don't know, a toned-down version of the Mountain State Fair. Like right in the, what do they call that? It's not the fairway. That's a golf thing.
Yeah, the fairway is a golf thing.
What's the main street on the fair? It's called something. I don't know. Anyhow.
The Redneck Riviera.
That's exactly what it was. They had about 5 rides, like amusement rides. 4 of them looked like they probably would not pass inspection in any other state. However, it was a good time. It was a cute little town. They did have a possum named Spencer, oddly enough.
That's not oddly enough. That was completely on brand.
That they dropped down at midnight, and it was cool. It was a cool little thing.
Was that possum kin to you by any chance?
Probably. It was probably a third cousin on my mom's side.
Was that?
It was definitely on the mom's side. It was from the East Tennessee side of the family, not from the East Coast side of the family. All right, so today we're just hanging out here. We've got some nice ice cold Dale's Pale Ale for us to imbibe in. We've got food over here from Ingles Markets. Clark and Susie from Ingles Markets have joined us, and as I said, as we go throughout here, we'll be taking you through, showing you some of the things that they have cooked up. We'll talk to them as well, and of course, I guess we'll discuss the game a little bit.
Well,
I already feel like Texas has won this thing, so we just need to. It's a formality at this point.
They haven't. This game's going to be way closer than last night's was. Because look, Texas shut down Clemson, but there was no Phil Maffa.
True.
Now you get to deal with Cam Scattaboo.
He's not fun to deal with.
No.
But
Texas will not handle him as well as Penn State handled Ashton Jeanty.
Okay.
By the way, Ashton Jeanty really needs to learn how to hold on to the damn ball. Look, bro, you want to be a first-round draft pick? You should probably figure out how to hold on to the ball.
How are we feeling about that whole Heisman thing, by the way? Is that are y'all still upset that he didn't get the Heisman after last night, or are we okay?
I think you'd be good.
Oh, Alabama, by the way. That was fun. That was fun while it lasted.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Oh, Lord. We got wind and things are blowing around.
Oh, dear. So Alabama last
I was about to say, that
lost last
doesn't
night.
mean stop talking.
Are you? I'm trying to figure out what you're doing on the computer here. I'm trying to figure out.
I've already told you, stop
when
looking
error
at the screen.
shows up on the computer screen, I get concerned.
Tank, error shows up on the computer screen every single day for 4 years.
Thank God. Well, thank God I can't see that screen while we're doing a radio show. Because in a random parking lot in the middle of Atlanta, when error pops up, I get a little concerned. All right, but Alabama losing last night. I mean,
who cares?
I took great joy
Who
out of that.
cares? It's an irrelevant bowl that nobody gives a shit about. Like South Carolina, Shane Beamer almost fought Brett Bielema like a man.
Oh, yeah, and I wish he would have.
I
wish
wish because Brett Bielema would have ripped him apart.
No.
Shane Beamer's about that tall.
I don't care.
Brett Bielema's bigger than I am.
I don't care. He's scrappy.
Be like fighting a grizzly bear.
Off. He'd have went full Mike Tyson, ripped his ear off.
It's like fighting a grizzly bear. Just don't get in my hoove range because this hoove is going to mess you up.
I love the passion that is still in these games that don't matter.
For the coaches, because they're still here. The players are actively like, all right, I made it to halftime. Is that good, coach? Can I still get a snow cone after the game? That's what Cam Ward did. I got my record. I'm free talking now.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you?
I am shocked how many people are angry about that.
I am too. I was just scrolling through all of the madness on social media of people. Well, he gave up on his team. He went to Miami. Come on. The rest of us are sitting around going, do you have anything that's worth being attached to? Anything being loyal to? I've never gotten Miami in the first place. It's always been like the dregs of college football for me. I mean, they've had good teams. I've never been a fan of them. Right. Well, I mean, early 2000s.
You were alive for that early run with Butch Davis and Larry Coker.
That Willis McGahee team that took on Ohio State in the national championship. I mean, that was a fun team to watch. But other than that, I've never had any love for Miami. And the fact that Miami fans are like, oh, he gave up on us in a bowl that did not count. Why is the guy that's going to go number one in the NFL draft more than likely, or at least has a chance to go number one in the NFL draft, why in the world would that guy stick around for the second half?
I'm shocked he played in the game at all. I'm not really sure why he played
like
in the game.
when Xavier Restrepo said, I'm out, I would have been like, okay, I'm out too. I'll see you guys later.
I'm good. I gotta go wash my hair. Enjoy. Is Alex Van Dyke still there?
And honestly,
could we get Alex Van Dyke back for just a half? That's more than he played at Wisconsin.
I get he wants to have the record because it sounds cool, right? I have the record.
Dylan Gabriel's going to break
touchdowns.
that record in 2 games.
I don't care. You could still say I was the record holder for the most passing touchdowns in NCAA history
for an hour.
For however long. Because I honestly don't know that he's going to have anything else to brag about in his football career. Do you think Cam Ward is going to be a good NFL quarterback?
I've already told you if I had the number 1 pick, I would take Cam Ward and I wouldn't think about it.
Well, that's fine. You said I would take Bryce Young, too, and we just still don't know how that works.
Bryce Young right now doesn't look as crazy compared to C.J. Stroud.
It's not as crazy. I'm just saying that's one of those, I don't know. I mean, just because you're the number 1 pick doesn't mean you're going to be really good in the NFL.
We've got a lot of things to unpack that we haven't been around for. Can we talk about the fact that I think C.J. Stroud got hit in the head with like a ball-peen hammer, and now he just sucks on ice?
Sophomore slump. I mean, that's the only thing you can – this happens a lot in the NFL.
Name it. I've had this argument so many times. Name me the guy that's regressed this much.
This much? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I can't qualify this much, but, I mean, I feel like there have been a lot of quarterbacks that we've looked at in first year. They did really well. Jalen Hurts comes to mind. Second year as a starter didn't happen.
Jalen Hurts was good in his second year. He didn't play much his first year. Then he started the second year. Was fantastic.
Right, which counts to me as that's his first year as a starter.
Doesn't count that way. You've still been in the league. I mean, what am I giving Michael Penix a blip year because he sat for 14 games?
Absolutely.
No, you were still in the building.
Yeah.
You're still a second-year player. You are still here. You're an NFL
Sure.
quarterback. You cash the check.
Sure.
The only one that's ever regressed this much was Sam Bradford, and he got broken in half. I've been having this argument with people for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just a sophomore slump. He'll be fine. Will he?
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I don't think he will. I really don't. I'm officially to the point of, C.J. Stroud's exactly who I thought he was. He's exactly who I thought he was when he was coming into the draft.
Okay.
He cannot diagnose down the field. He locks in on
that he
one
can do
guy.
later with time.
Oh, yeah, because the receivers are going to get better. He's going to have Stephon Diggs a free agent. Tank Dell just got broken in half again. It's Nico Collins. They will get beat so badly in the first round of the playoffs that it will be – and I don't care who they play. You tell me they played the Denver Broncos. Don't care. They will embarrass you.
Yes. I don't disagree with that. But it's what happens after this. Can he bounce back from this? Can he learn from all the things that plagued him this year?
Is the team ever going to be better than it is right now?
Maybe. We don't know that.
How? They have no money. They went all in on this year, and he regressed horribly with more weapons. Yeah, I'm good. I'm out. I've literally been telling people, hey, you remember that thing I said about Sam Darnold where I've made all of you look foolish because you railed on me? Yeah, Sam Darnold's arguably the best quarterback in the NFC right now. One failed guy was leading that call, telling you exactly what was coming.
Which should tell you that anything can happen in the NFL. That a guy that we all thought was absolutely broken
there's
for
no
4 years.
Way here. Unless you got a mouse in your pocket, there's no way.
Everybody but you thought Sam Darnold was broken for 4 years. And he came out and, look, he actually has some stuff around him and it's fine. You talk about Vegas turning like a cruise ship. I think sometimes you turn a little too quickly on these things because we've done this. And I'm not saying quickly. You
and I thought C.J. Stroud was a broken prospect when he came in.
Absolutely.
He came in and had a really good rookie year, which we've seen a lot of guys do. If you remember, RG3 looked like the second coming of Joe Montana for a year.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, the way you play quarterback caught up to him, he couldn't stay healthy.
Right.
C.J. Stroud, the league's figured him out. I know the solution to you. If I can get home with 4, you suck on ice. And I will hit you and hit you and hit you, and you will hold the ball too long, and you will throw interceptions. The book's out.
Yep.
The problem is that it's really hard to recover from that. And that's where I'm at with him, is you're fine. I'm not saying they should be looking to replace him.
Right.
But we were anointing him in that Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson tier. He ain't anywhere near that.
No doubt. No doubt. And that's... And that's what I kept saying. This feels uncomfortable. Why are we putting this guy in the elite status when he's had one good year? I did the same thing with Jalen Hurts, and now we see there are major flaws to Jalen Hurts
and Jordan Love.
Anybody
ready to backtrack what they said to me on him? Because I did keep receipts, just so we're clear.
Yes, absolutely. And I think this is what we were talking about this on the last show before the Christmas break was this is why I look at Sam Darnold and go, this has been great. This has been awesome. Okay, he's earned his money. Give it to him.
$50 million.
But I'm not convinced that it's going to last. Because things happen so quickly in the NFL. Things turn so quickly sometimes. Jared Goff was good, really good, got his team to a Super Bowl, then he was friggin' trash. So much so that the St. Louis Rams, or the LA Rams went, screw it, we're going to send him to Detroit. And then he's good again. It's all situational. So is there a situation that they can put around C.J. Stroud to make him better?
How's it going to get better?
Give him a better offensive line. I don't know how you do that.
Well,
but
the problem is
if he's under duress, if he sucks under duress, then I got to figure out how to buy him more time.
All right. So how am I going to do more for him offensive line wise? Because you got to remember, everything's staying copacetic.
Yeah.
The GM Casario's there. That's his guy. The scouting staff has hit enough things. The scouting staff's largely there.
Yes.
They cannot figure out offensive linemen. So you're going to do this forever.
Right.
I pull for a team that has this same problem. Hey, we can find running backs all day. It's not that hard to find running backs. I think there's 26 in college football right now. Houston can't figure out the offensive line. You've
Right.
got one of the best left tackles in the league.
Yep.
Laramie Tunsil has been a stalwart. You had to overpay for him because you can't draft offensive linemen. You drafted Kenyon Green way too high. And if you don't think that was predictable, go back to our draft coverage where I loudly predictable it as I laughed out loud and went, how is this poverty franchise in the NFL?
Right.
Then you took Juice Scruggs, the kid out of Penn State that was super raw.
Yep.
They're all super raw. The problem is by the time they develop, C.J. Stroud's going to make $60 million because he's already had the rookie year.
Yep.
So he knows I don't have to take a discount. I can suck on ice. It doesn't matter. We've been here. Jalen Hurts, he regressed. Still got his money. Jordan Love, I haven't seen much of it. Still got his money. That's the problem.
Yep.
In this league, you don't just have to have a guy that comes in hot. Look at Washington. Washington is in the greatest catbird seat of all time. If you really analyze what Jaden Daniels is doing, he has not been a prodigious passer. I think he's only got 3,500 yards, something like that. That's really good for a rookie. But now he's going to have to take that step forward. We're going to be having the same conversation about him next year.
Right.
Because we anoint these guys. I screwed this up as badly as anybody because I just rolled over and died and went, I screwed up C.J. Stroud.
Yes.
I missed it. I boo-boo kittied it. And I watched Bryce Young, who looked like, I honest to God, didn't actually know if he knew what football was.
There are so many things in this league, in the NFL, that are predictable. So many things.
The Jets will suck, period.
Right. Like, we know certain things year to year. But there are so many things that are so unpredictable that there's no way to figure it out. There's no way to accurately guess who's going to be good one year, who's going to be bad the next year. There's always something new. There's always a new wrinkle. We always find out something new about players. The league adjusts to the players. So the league has adjusted to C.J. Stroud. Now it's the turn of Bobby Slowick. Or if he gets a head coaching job somewhere, then it's going to be on the next offensive coordinator to figure out what needs to happen to protect him, to give him more time, to help him progress plays, all of those things. There's so much that goes into that I can't say that just because he had a bad year this year that he can't be fixed. Somebody can fix it.
I can say those things because I'm looking at Houston going, we overvalued all of it.
Maybe.
You said Vegas turns like a cruise ship. So
Yeah.
do I. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why? Because we thought Houston was a dumpster fire franchise 2 years ago.
No doubt.
They came out and had a year where they magically make it to the playoffs, and then we just all the ills are cured. Nick Caserio found this magical juice and he drank it, and now all of a sudden he's not a fucking moron.
Yep. C.J. Stroud
but wait.
solved all the problems.
But wait, he is, because we still had all this evidence of, you don't draft so hot, and your drafts have been horrifically bad. Think about this. I had this argument with somebody the other day. Think of every player that you think is a franchise piece for the Houston Texans. How many of them did they draft? You got C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
You got Will Anderson. You got Nico Collins,
Yep.
who was drafted by the previous regime because he came into the draft before Caserio got there.
Okay.
Who else do they have? Jalen Petrie, who can't stay healthy. Derek Stingley,
Stingley.
who everybody tells me how great he is, and then I watch him and go, yes, this is that Cat Williams line of, you look like a phantom until a phantom drive by. Yeah, you look great until all of a sudden there's a star wide receiver on the other side and you get beat like a kettle drum.
Right.
It's the thing that's so funny to me, and it's really ironic with where we are. I can hear the police escort bringing somebody in right now. Arizona State was an absolute disaster coming into this year. They were picked 14th in a conference with 16 teams, but they're here. You know why? Because they figured out two things really, really well. We got one dude who is a dog, kid from Sacramento State that is going to run all over you, and the rest of it, we'll just figure it out. Because Kenny Dillingham's a pretty good guy.
Yes.
I remember him from his days at Florida State, and I remember watching him going, I miss offense. Oh, I miss when we could score. It was so fun to score points, take.
And yeah. And they can do that. He got a new contract out of the deal, or he got a contract extension out of the deal. 5 years. I'm still iffy on I was just trying to read up on it before we started this, and
if it's $10 million, he's already paid for himself.
Basically, what it does, from my understanding, is right now he's at like $4 million a year, which is at the low end of the Big 12. The bonuses and stuff that he just signed will put him at the top of the league. So whatever number that is. So if it's $8 million,
I think Dion's on the high side.
which his deal is Do you know how much his deal is worth? Then that could give us a better idea. But basically he got 5 more years. He's now at the top of the Big 12 in money. And I don't see, and the teams are coming in right now. Look at that.
Yep.
Hey, there they are.
I
the
heard
buses
the
are pulling.
motorcade.
Yeah, the buses are pulling up to the. Can they see down the street?
Yeah,
to the.
They can see the stadium.
I can't see the screen to see if you can see the shot. Right now, the buses are pulled up outside of Mercedes-Benz. We're literally a block. This is like the greatest parking spot.
I could hit a driver to the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
No doubt.
Yeah. By the way,
I mean, you'd hit the front door. I don't think you could hit it up on the building.
No, I couldn't hit it up there. I could hit that sidewalk and roll it up.
Sure.
By the way, I have a just prodigious career ahead of me as a travel planner.
It's been pretty good.
I didn't even know where this lot was. I just Googled around and went, hey, where can you tailgate?
Yeah.
And I found this one, and I went, okay, you got the scale in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and it said this many was a mile, and it was this close to the stadium, and I went,
Yeah, good.
I mean, I'm not good at math. I mean, 6 inches, right? I think we're good. Let's just go there.
Yeah.
Then we got here, and I realized, oh, we're like right in the back door.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew McConaughey
we're
might
not
just
far.
come walking down the
If
street.
you want to look
here,
it up on your Google map, we're parked right at the corner of the West Mitchell Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. So the West Mitchell CME Church.
by the way, Christian Methodist Episcopal, that feels like you did too many nouns. I don't think two of those things go together, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, all right.
I saw that and I went, what is this, like a Japanese Mexican fusion place?
No,
we have street corn and sushi.
No. See, I thought it was a typo because I've heard of AME churches, which is the African Methodist Episcopal Church, but I never heard of the CME. I thought it was a typo on the thing. Oh, well, that's probably why the GPS got us to the wrong spot originally.
Nope.
But no. So, yeah, it's this great spot. We are camped out here. We've seen several Texas fans. I've seen a lot of Arizona State fans show up early.
I think it's going to be pretty close to 50-50 in there. Because you got to understand, the Texas fans are looking at this going, we're going to come in here and run your doors off.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about this.
Yeah. If you were going to make a trip, you'd be planning for the semifinal game, wherever that's going to be. By the way, while it's on my mind, we need to shout out, send thoughts and prayers to everybody that was injured on Bourbon Street last night. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Down in New Orleans, some jackwagon drove his car, as the officials say, intentionally into a crowd of people. I believe 10 are dead.
Damn.
There's many that are wounded in that. Did see where they have beefed up the security around the Sugar Bowl tonight, as Georgia will be, marching on against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, much like they did in the Sugar Bowl of 1980, to go to the College Football Playoff Semifinals.
You weren't alive for that. Just throwing that.
I was not alive at that, but I've watched that game several times as a Georgia fan, and yeah. But anyway, want to obviously give our thoughts and prayers to everybody affected by that, and hopefully the levers of justice are swift. It's the best thing I can pray for in situations like that. But today is going to be a fun football day.
For sure.
Arizona State, Texas. We'll kick it off here at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. My wife is really excited about the possibility of getting to see Matthew McConaughey. I hear that we will be able to smell him from the upper deck.
By golly.
The over-under, what's the bet of the day?
Oh, I'll take the over.
I have not, I'll be honest with you, I have not even looked at the official number from the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Wait, is it legal in Georgia? Can we do this in Georgia? See, these are the things that I don't plan for. of, hey, maybe I want to put something down on this game. Oh, crap, you're out of state. It's not going to work.
It's always fun when you travel and you go, oh, yeah, we can't bet in this state.
I feel like we're spoiled.
We are.
100%.
It's
and
so
it's all
cool to
thanks
be able
to
to bet.
our wonderful sponsors that send us here on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour with Dale's Pale Ale, Clarissa Sells, WNC.com, and, of course, Parks Ford of Hendersonville, the Parks Ford Mobile Studio doing the work today.
Oh, yeah. The mobile studio is currently, I think we could live in the mobile studio.
I would rather live in the mobile studio at this point because at least there's heat in there. It's not terribly cold. It's just enough to make you uncomfortable and enough to make an old man bitch.
Adam Harris told us the sound's a little messy. It's windy as fuck.
Yes, no doubt. No doubt. All right, so I cannot get into...
The wind is absolutely howling around right now.
I cannot get into my... Okay, so we have over or under 52. Texas, Arizona State. 1 o'clock kickoff. You're going over 52?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty safe bet as well. Are you taking Texas minus the 13.5?
No, I'll take Arizona State. I think this one stays closer for longer.
Do you think they're actually...
You can also see a backdoor cover here, and it wouldn't surprise me at all.
I was going to say, will you be shocked if they win?
If the wind blows our...
Oh,
no! No!
That was not good.
No!
Where are the girls? They're
I don't
supposed to
know.
be mining the shop. There's Dales everywhere.
There are Dales everywhere. Oh, the girls are in the nice warm car.
Yes.
It also spun our camera around. And it moved my mouse. What is happening?
Mother Nature happened.
Mother Nature is currently just whipping our ass.
No one knows.
Reposition your bag underneath that.
Nope. I'm gonna try to... Apologies.
Yes, sorry. There's really no way to bungee cord your entire system down.
Holy cow. All right, so remember that thing that I said about the wind wasn't too bad?
Yeah, lied.
Yeah. It just went, hey, watch this.
We lied.
Isn't this going to be fun?
All these Dale stickers are going to have to go into we'll happily give them to anybody that wants them, but they're going to have to go in something where they don't fly away. It currently looks like there was an absolute massacre of koozies.
Yes.
Susie from Engles, such a lovely human.
Yes.
She went on koozie duty.
Might as well be Susie.
Thank you, Susie.
I'm going to drill some of that straight corn salad, though.
Yes, so we should probably bring one of them over to discuss said food.
All right, I'm going to hand the headset to you so you can hear.
Oh, okay, that would be wonderful. I would love to hear things because
Susie, you just stand right there.
That's kind of what I do.
Okay.
All right, this is Susie from
Hi.
Ingles Markets and the Ingles Chef's Table. So, what kind of goodies have you guys cooked up here?
So Clark and I with the Ingles table, we are tailgating with y'all today. We've got a Mexican street corn salad. We have slow roasted carnitas that we're gonna serve with onion and cilantro on some corn tortilla. And last but not least, my special tailgate crisp party mix. You think about Chex Mix, but this is like levels above Chex Mix.
Okay, so what takes it up a notch?
It's the hot sauce.
Oh.
Cause you know Chex Mix can be kind of bland. It's good, it's buttery, but it needs some kapow to it.
Right.
So that's where the hot sauce comes in.
See, I usually when I make my Chex Mix, I will put in double what the recipe calls for, and spices and stuff. So like double the Worcestershire, double all of the things to make sure that I get some flavor out of it, but I never thought about putting hot sauce in it.
Hot sauce, your favorite hot sauce. Asheville is loaded up with local producers of hot sauce.
Firewalker, go get some.
Firewalker is delicious.
I love Firewalker.
Yeah, Ingles has all that local stuff throughout the store. And I'm going to let Clark talk about the carnitas because he made those. They're his baby. He's the meat man, and I'm the side dish.
Right on.
So he is the roaster. So I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to step out.
All right, come on,
so he
Clark.
can tell you about those carnitas.
Come on in here, Clark from the Ingles table. So what about the carnitas?
All right, so it is boneless pork shoulder that was cubed up, slow roasted with a bunch of spices, some citrus. And then after it gets pull apart tender, we're going to take it and crisp it up in a cast iron skillet here on site.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in a corn tortilla with a little bit of white onion and cilantro. Delicious street tacos.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And what you got? You got a corn tortilla?
Yeah, we got flour and corn, street corn tortilla size, so easy grab and go food. If you're walking by or happy to be tailgating here with us, stop by and we'll feed you good before you go to the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which team wins. If you got a full belly, it's all good.
Absolutely. Tacos is that's a great that's a great tailgate food that I never really considered putting that in a tailgate. Usually tailgate just means to me like hot dogs, hamburgers. I don't ever venture out much.
Well,
we gotta get some of those Ingles table recipes.
Well, this one might get filmed for Ingles coming up sometime soon. The other
Right.
recipes we're featuring today are street corn salad and our spin on Chex Mix, which we call crisp.
A lot is so if you're just out there and you find us on YouTube and you're in town to watch the game, come on by. We'll definitely hook you up with some of these fine eats. Clark, what is your passion for food? Where does that come from?
Well, I grew up, I was blessed having a stay-at-home mom, and we gather around the dinner table every night, and she, in my opinion, was the greatest inspiration growing up, because I was a picky eater as a kid. I eat pretty much anything now, but I always loved whatever mom put on the table, and when I started out cooking and was on my own, I'd call mom, hey mom, how do you make so-and-so? So she'd read me through the recipe over the phone, or when I'd go home to visit, she'd hand write out a recipe card, and mom's not with us anymore. So I have those cherished handwritten recipes that she would send me home with. And we started out cooking those, and then Susie and I just happened to grow into our own style. We just love cooking, and it's a lot of fun to come up with your own unique twist on either a family favorite or a regional favorite. So we've been blessed to be able to film a lot of those recipes for Ingles over the years with the Ingles table.
Now, are you a sports fan?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Give me your teams.
Well, I don't really have a dog in this game today, so
I don't think any of us have dogs in this game right now.
There's a lot of orange in this parking lot, so hook 'em horns. I don't know,
Right.
but whoever wins, it should be a good game. So we're excited to be here outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium,
Right.
and in downtown Atlanta on a beautiful day.
So on a given Saturday or Sunday, do you cook up stuff like this at home?
Oh yeah, we do. We had folks over for Christmas Eve dinner, and I cooked what is called a porchetta, which is a pork belly that's filled with stuff rolled up, tied off, roasted in the oven. It was terrible.
I'm
everybody
sure.
went home
It
hungry.
sounds awful. Well, why would anybody want to have? What did you put inside of it?
So it had, it's got Parmesan cheese, fennel seed, oregano, salt and pepper, fresh garlic. It's just, you cook it low and slow,
Wow.
and then you blast the heat at the end to crisp up the skin on the outside, and it's all rolled up and tied, so you slice it off, and it's a nice medallion.
So invites are coming next year, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And that is something that you can find in the Ingles Table magazine
Okay.
right now. I filmed that recipe for Ingles for the holiday, and it's in the stores. You look for them in the deli. They usually have them on top of the salad bar, but those magazines are free, and that recipe is available online and in the magazine currently. So, but those sorts of things are just fun to cook for a crowd.
Right.
I got a standing rib roast that I bought on Christmas Eve, but I wound up putting it in the freezer because everybody voted for the pork. I gave them an option, and they said, I want that. I was like, all right. So I got a rib roast in my back pocket waiting for the right event to cook it for.
So awesome. Thank you once again, Clark. It's great to have you guys out here with us at the Mercedes-Benz Dome College Football Playoff time. Where did he go? Jeremy, you ready to get back to work?
Yeah.
All right, Tank.
He's just over there. He's over there noshing. He's got all kinds of. So you leave me over here to do the work, and you're not going to bring me any food. Wow. It just nope.
If y'all are walking by and get hungry on the way to the stadium, y'all stop by and see us. We don't bite. We'll give you a bite to eat and let you make it the last half a block up to the entrance gate.
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot miss us out here at the West Mitchell CME Church parking lot just down the street from Mercedes-Benz
All right, Tank.
Stadium. Thanks
for having us.
Appreciate you. All right. So, were you listening? Were you listening to any of that, or were you just over there busy crunching in your ear?
Well, I was annihilating food, which was awesome. And then I got in the truck and warmed up, which was also awesome.
Nice.
Our wives have already dipped out. They're both in the cars.
What? Wonderful. Awesome. So, I mean, that's par for the course, though.
Well, I'm not going to lie. We did kind of find it funny that they wanted to come to this because we went, ooh, this one has a tailgate and all of the things. And you get to see that it's not just us showing up at football games drinking 47 beers. And now they're in the cars.
Yeah. And now they're like, when's
My wife looks like she needs one blanket to just go full on asleep. In fairness, we did get up at like 5:45 this morning.
Right. It's an early day when you gotta get up for the ball game here. I really wish I could read any of the comments here on the old YouTubes, but my eyes are not that good.
Hold on.
Can you make
it bigger?
Any
yes,
of
I
that
can.
legible?
If you'll give me just a second, I sure can. Doop. Come here. There you go. That better?
Clear.
Yeah, I don't know why clear's there. Clear.
There's just a giant block in the middle of the screen that says clear.
Oh, apparently you can set a super chat goal. That's new. That's a new button.
Nice. I'll set my beer on top of my phone. That'll be great. Just let that baby roll right off.
Ooh, I've never seen this before.
Look at that.
All right.
All right, so we've already said over on the Texas-Arizona State game. You think Texas is going to make it closer than the 13, or Arizona State is going to make it closer than the 13.5-point spread? That seems great. That's one of those that I really want to take Texas, but I'm not that confident. I'm not that confident that this game is not going to be close because Arizona State can score so easily.
Damn it.
There's a lot of belief that Texas is super overrated. Do you believe that?
I don't really understand where that comes from either.
I don't either. Other than just SEC hatred? I don't know. Is it the quarterback question? Which I guess I could get. Quinn's been iffy and they've had to throw in Arch from time to time. So is that really something that I'm going to trust in a playoff game? But maybe it's probably just my bias against West Coast teams.
You do have a bias against West Coast teams. That's
Well, because generally it always goes the same way.
I just love that people stand in the middle of the street and just yell shit.
It is
like,
wild. It
Flags!
is kind of crazy. There's a guy like standing in the middle of the road right here, and he's like twitching towards traffic as it comes. We're gonna need some help from the APD, no doubt about it. The AMPDs.
There you go.
The Atlanta
I was about to say the Asheville Police Department's not going to really help us for
No, it's
shit.
the Atlanta Metro Police Department. Ohio State and Oregon. 2.5 point.
Is he yelling bikes? I swear to God he's yelling bikes.
He may be.
I
It
want
does
to
kinda
yell
sound
bikes
like
at him very
bikes.
loudly. I've already almost been in one fight this morning. I'm totally here for a second.
All right, Ohio State's a 2.5 point favorite against Oregon. Please
Explain it? I can't, because it doesn't make any sense. It's recency bias. You just saw them do this against Tennessee, and now everybody thinks that they're fantastic. Look, this is still the same flawed team that we've seen all year long. They're good. They deserve to be here. But am I confident they're going to win? No. No, I'm not.
No, you shouldn't be. It feels like a trap. It feels like one of those I look at and go, this is the easiest thing I've ever seen. Oregon is the best team in the country, or we've convinced ourselves that Oregon is the best team in the country. How on earth are they a 2-point dog to Ohio State?
I don't have a good answer to that.
Which makes me want to put everything I have on Ohio State. I will never do that. But if I had to make a call, I probably would. Because this is going to be one of those times that I'm like, this is stupid. And Vegas knows better than I do. I do believe I'll definitely go over the 55.5, though. For sure.
Yeah, I think that's a higher scoring game. I mean, look, I think all three of these games are going to be reasonably high scoring, except yours.
Oh,
Notre Dame, Georgia, that has the feel of 20-14.
Yeah. And maybe if that.
You're a lot more confident you're winning that game than I am.
Well, I believe in I believe in our coach more. I believe in
That's
our
what you
players.
should.
I believe in our players more.
I don't believe in your quarterback more than.
No, I mean that's not a question, right? If you were going, who's got the better quarterback? Well, obviously Notre Dame's got a 5th-year transfer who we saw be
Who
really
we've seen
good
be
at
good for
Duke.
years.
Right. Like Riley Leonard is a really good quarterback. There's no question that his experience would matter if it was better quarterback decides this game.
Yes.
I don't know that that's the case, though. This is a team that's been there before. They know how to win. They have a coach that knows how to win. They have a coach that's going to put them in the best situation to win games.
For sure.
Gunnar Stockton, he's a damn good quarterback. I don't know that he's a damn good college quarterback, like a top-level SEC quarterback. I've seen him for 6 plays that matter.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I don't
one
know
of
the
them,
answer to
he
that.
got killed.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, and it makes me nervous. To be real honest with you, it makes me really nervous.
Yeah, it should. Although I don't feel as nervous as I would if Carson Beck was our quarterback today,
And see,
which
that's-
makes that crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It's crazy that you just said it.
No, it's not actually. Every Georgia fan who's not just completely crazy over Carson Beck knows what I'm talking about. I had this discussion with my brother-in-law last week while we were in Chattanooga for the holiday.
Let's see if
Like-
we can.
The fact that Carson Beck is not there, it doesn't concern me.
It
Because
should.
anybody, I feel like any high-level quarterback you could throw into that system and it will work. Carson makes me terrified.
But you don't know that he's a high-level quarterback. You know that he's a high-level recruit. I mean, we've seen this a lot of times. Look,
Sure.
he's not a good thrower of the football. He's not. You know, is the fact that he's mobile going to be enough? Maybe. It very well could. But I don't think it's the absolute given. I mean, that's been made to sound like it's an absolute given. And I just don't think it is.
No, it's not. It's not a given. It's just, will it be close? Will it be a 3-point game? Will it be a 1-score game? I feel like that is inevitable, yes. It will be within, whoever has the ball last is going to have a shot. and I'll take Georgia 100 times out of 100.
All right, so you're taking Georgia tonight in the late game.
Yes.
I want to take Notre Dame, but I don't have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Ohio State or Oregon?
Oregon.
I'll take Oregon. And in our game, you going Texas or Arizona State?
Texas.
Me too. All right, so we're in pretty much lockstep.
Yeah, we're in lockstep with the final. It's today I think could get out of hand. The early game today with Texas and Arizona State, I feel like it could get out of hand.
I don't see any way that we're not still sitting in those seats at 4:15.
And we don't know. We don't know how this is going to end.
I'm telling you.
That's the game I'm hoping for, because the last time we were in this building, we saw the Georgia Bulldogs road stomp the Clemson
But
Tigers.
you got to remember that game was close for half.
Was it though?
They were up 6 at halftime. It was 6-0 at halftime.
Yeah, but
Or 6-3.
But it was still one of those games that
I didn't know that
they
Georgia
had control.
At
Georgia
halftime,
had control.
You did not know that Georgia could score.
Yes.
And then they came out in the second half and just absolutely ran it up and down the field.
Right.
Look, I think Steve Sarkisian's going to try to test that secondary for Arizona State.
Yes.
If Quinn does what Quinn can do, then this game could be over by the end of the third quarter. The problem is that Quinn also has a propensity to throw that one god-awful interception that keeps the team in it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I think this game will be close. I think Cam Scatterbo is probably going to make the second running back in the draft a lot more interesting. He won't challenge Genty, whether he should or not. He's not going to challenge him because Genty's the one. Him and Amari and Hampton are the two that I can see going in the first round.
Yes.
Scatterbo could make it close with Amari and Hampton.
Okay. I was not aware that he had climbed that high.
Oh,
the last I had heard,
he's
he
in
was
the day two
probably
discussion.
he was probably top third round.
He's in the top. He's in the top 2 discussion of running backs.
Good for him.
And then there's a slew of them with Quinshon Judkins and Trevion Henderson.
Yes.
There's a lot of guys. Running back is the exact opposite of quarterback. Quarterback has 2, and then may God have mercy on your soul. By the way, after last night, do you see now what I see in Drew Allard?
What?
The good is so good that you just fall in love with it, and you kind of disregard some of the bad.
Well, I mean, that's probably why he's coming back, correct?
I don't know. I know why he's getting the advice to come back.
Right.
I don't know that it's a good idea. That Penn State team's losing a lot. And for him to come back and think he's at 20, Aller will be 23 sometime next year, to think that he's really going to greatly increase his stock, I think is maybe a little short-sighted. This is such a bad class, especially if Ewers comes back, which I keep hearing he's going to. Probably not at Texas, but I do keep hearing that he's going to come back to school. Then you're into. I mean, who's the third quarterback in this class? It would have been Aller for sure. Is it Jackson Dart?
Probably.
Who I love, but he's still a system
Damn sure
guy.
ain't Carson back.
No, Carson's already said he's playing at 25.
I thought he declared for the draft.
No. He's already declared for the draft. I'm not positive that he stays in though.
Could pull
I've
his name
heard
out.
things about Carson Beck that maybe he's more
Now, see,
available than you might believe.
That makes more sense to me because when I saw that
he's not going to like what he hears.
No, when I
when
saw
he gets
that
into the draft process, he's not going to like what.
When
he
I
hears.
saw he was entering into the draft, I was like, I don't think that's going to go the way you want it to.
Well,
but one thing I do do Georgia fans are like, I'm going to see you.
The committee is the draft committee that puts evaluations on these things. I feel very sure is going to tell him that he has a grade somewhere between the 4th and the 6th round. Nobody sees him as that guy
Right.
You know, there was a possibility that he could have distanced himself and been up there with Shedeur and Cam Ward. He just didn't do it. So, do I think there's a possibility that he goes down this road and he sees what they say and he feels it out, and then when he feels it out, he figures out, oh, this is not good.
Right.
This is not where I want to be.
No.
Because look, there are schools that still need quarterbacks.
Yes.
There are big Power 5 schools that I still don't know who the quarterback's going to be. And I think he fits better into one of those than he does as going in as a developmental quarterback for some NFL team as a 5th-round pick.
Yeah.
Most 5th-round picks go into the NFL die. If you're lucky, you're Colt McCoy, who bounces around for 10 years getting, $2.5 million to back up for Kyler Murray. I don't see him as any more than that.
No. He's not going to be any more than that. He hasn't been a good college quarterback, and he's not going to be a good NFL quarterback.
I think you pushed me out of the frame.
Oh, no. Did I? How did I push you out of the frame?
Because you keep sidling over.
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I do. I just got to hog
Also,
the
I
picture.
think our stand is moving.
Twisted.
I believe our stand is moving. Which
There
is
you
not-
go.
Yeah.
Back that
There
way.
you go.
There we go. All right, now we're both in the shot. We apologize. We cannot see the screen, so I cannot tell you how that goes. I do know one thing, though.
It's cold.
It is a little chilly. It's a little breezy. You heard it. Mark the tape. He said it's cold. So the next time he bitches about me saying it's cold.
I've said it's cold once. You've bitched about it since we got here.
Well, I mean, because it is. Because it is.
But it is about time for us to go into the stadium
It is indeed.
and find our seats. We're in the club section. I don't know what that gets you here. I've never sat club here. I've walked by the seats. I've sat below club. I knew I didn't want to sit in the lower side because you can't see shit.
Right.
The way these seats are staggered, it's so hard to see in the lower bowl. But club looked like just a divine seat.
Right, so we're getting ready for the game here. We'll be doing some TikToks and whatnot, some
Lives and
Facebook
all that
lives
good
and such
nonsense.
to show you the cooking process that's getting ready to take place over here. As the crowd starts to build, we can see up the street here. They're starting to put more and more of the parking signs out. So things are getting ramped up here outside the Mercedes-Benz Dome for the College Football Playoff matchup between the Texas Longhorns and the Arizona Sun Devils. And the Sportsocracy is live here with our good friends at Ingles Markets with the Ingles Living the Dream Tour, Dale's Pale Ale, of course, Parks Ford of Hendersonville, and Clarissa Sells, WNC.com.
Boom.
Okay. I